If you are searching for words to describe Vietnam's Ha Long Bay, it can be quite difficult because the place is incomparable. It is stunningly beautiful. It is absolutely unique. It is breathtaking. It is Ha Long Bay. In 1994, the United Nations Education, Scientific and Cultural Organization, UNESCO, designated the area as a World Heritage Site, one of only 174 natural places on Earth to receive this distinction. The UN recognizes Ha Long Bay as a place of very special significance, not just to Vietnam, but to the entire world, a place that merits protection and preservation for generations to come. Ha Long Bay is in the must-see category for destinations when visiting Vietnam. Western visitors are most likely to visit Ha Long Bay by way of Hanoi. The area is located on the South China Sea in the Gulf of Tonkin, approximately 120 kilometers southeast of the capital. It takes about 3 hours by car or bus from Hanoi, and it's not far from the port city of Haiphong, about 35 kilometers to the southwest. The highway from Hanoi runs along the broad Red River Delta, where you'll see some of the country's finest agricultural land, and a growing number of manufacturing facilities located near the capital. Ha Long Bay has approximately 3,000 islands. Legend says they were created when a giant dragon plunged into the sea, flailing its tail, gouging out valleys that filled with water. The word Ha Long is translated as Land of the Descending Dragon. Most of the islands are what are called karst islands, that is, outcroppings of limestone. Most are uninhabited and unnamed. There are some earth islands in the bay, but most people live on the mainland or in floating communities on the bay. Some people live and work on the water their entire lives and rarely go ashore. The best way to see the bay is aboard one of the junks that take visitors on day and overnight cruises. It is highly advantageous to make arrangements in advance, but bookings can still be done at the dock in Bai Chai. But you run the risk of not getting exactly what you want. In late morning, the flotilla of junks casts off for an adventure you will never forget. Sleeping accommodations on board the overnight boats include air-conditioned cabins with private bathrooms and showers. Meals are served in heavily lacquered lounges with bars. The upper decks are for lounging and watching the world go by. Boats carry as few as 12 passengers. The largest and most expensive boat on Ha Long Bay is the Emerald paddle steamer, which has 39 cabins and elegant dining facilities. Included in the cruise are stops to visit caves, grottos, and beaches. The entrance to Sung Sat Grotto is definitely worth the climb. The cave is immense, and it's cool inside. It has 2 chambers, and stalactites and stalagmites are colorfully illuminated. Looking out from the entrance of the cave, you get a panoramic view of the bay and the junk fleet at anchor. At another stop, local boatmen take visitors inside the heart of islands to places like the Luan Grotto. They stand on the rear of their small boats and expertly use their oars to guide you inside the mountain. Boats glide silently by as you enter an almost prehistoric world. Some islands have beaches like T-Top Beach, where you can swim and kayak. The beach is named in honor of a Russian cosmonaut named Titov. The cruise is an excellent way to relax, take great pictures, meet friends, exchange travel adventures, sunbathe, and eat and drink. The Bai Chai area of Ha Long City is filled with hotels, many of them upmarket 4- and 5-star properties. Bai Chai is being developed as a major tourist destination, not only for Western visitors, but also for the Vietnamese and the Chinese. The border with China is actually closer to Ha Long Bay than is Hanoi. The town has an amusement park and its own water puppet theater, a casino, great restaurants, and a night market. Nearby Tun Cha Island, connected to the mainland by a causeway, has an aquatic theater, beaches, a golf course, restaurants, and lovely resort hotels. Hungai District is just across the bridge from Baichai. It is much less tourist-oriented, but worth the visit. Hungai is the home of Poem Mountain. It was given that name because in 1468, King Li Thanthong was so moved by the beautiful view of the bay, he wrote a poem, which is carved into the mountain's south side. There's a beautiful temple at the base of the mountain. If you're not up to climbing the mountain, a visit to the Catholic Church on a nearby smaller mountain is worth the effort, and best of all, you can reach it by car. Hungai has a bustling marketplace, filled with all manner of seafood fresh from the bay, and shops selling everything from fine silk to motorbike parts. If you return to Hanoi after your trip to Ha Long Bay, be sure to budget enough time to stop at the Dong Tri U Pottery Village. Vietnam encourages trades to cluster in so-called craft villages. Local clay supplies and coal deposits for kilns make this area a prime location for pottery production. Skilled artisans will even let you try your hand at decorating, and you can buy everything they make on site. Another popular stop is the Sa Da Village, where a craft center has been set up to train young people in various crafts they can use to help support themselves and their families. The quality of the goods they produce is excellent, and the prices are very reasonable. If you visit northern Vietnam, Ha Long Bay is an absolute must-see. There is no place on earth quite like it. After all, how many places are there where you can watch the sunset aboard a junk on a bay created by a descending dragon? If you would like more information about visiting Ha Long Bay or Vietnam, please visit www.indochinatours.com.